Thank you so much, Jeffrey. We are all inspired by the words that we have just heard by His Holiness and by all of the other eminent speakers. Ban Ki-moon, it's a pleasure to have all of you gathered here today. Welcome to session 2. We are, as Jeffrey said, delving right into the midst of it. We are going to look at education for sustainable development in primary and secondary schools. And indeed, as you all know, unfortunately, COVID-19 has disrupted education for millions of children across the globe. And it is our task today and for the years to come to reimagine and redesign education, to build back better. And this pertains to school curricula, and there should definitely be a greater focus on SDG 4.7 and links to climate change. So this session that we are starting here now will actually discuss ways to embed these concepts of sustainable development in the K-12 school curricula. And we want to present to you strong cases why ESD is so important. So why does the world benefit from teaching 21st century skills and global citizenship to young leaders? To find that out, I have the pleasure to introduce to you amazing speakers today. We will have the pleasure of still being joined by Mrs. Stefania Giannini, Assistant Director General for Education. Also, we will hear from Amanda Abram, Program Manager of the Global Schools, STSN. We have the privilege of having Dr. Andreas Schleicher with us. He's the Director of Education and Skills at OECD. Then Dr. Siva Kumari is joining us. She's Director General of the International Baccalaureate Organization. And we have the privilege of having two professors, one professor, Mustafa Öztürk. He's professor at a university in Turkey, namely the Hacettepe University, and Professor Abdul Karim Marzouk. He's the Director of the Executive Education Center at Al Akhawain University in Morocco. Before we begin, let me just do brief housekeeping again. So this event is live on YouTube, as you know. We will start by hearing another statement by Stefania Giannini. We will then watch a short video of voices that are supportive of Mission 4.7 and then switch immediately to the panel. Now with the panelists, we will hear statements by them, but all of you in the audience are strongly encouraged to let us know your questions and also to interact with each other during the session. We have Q&A, hopefully time permits. And at the end, we will stop with a so-called lightning round where each of the panelists will give one snapshot of what we should take away. Please keep your microphones off unless you are a speaker. Watch that there is simultaneous translation for those of you who need it. And keep on your cameras. We like to speak to you, to the people, and see you. And please use the hashtags, as was mentioned before. So without much further ado, dear Stefania Giannini, UNESCO Assistant Director General for Education, who is really one of the top UN officials in the field of implementing the Education 2030 agenda, please give us your remarks.